welcome to Purple Hardback Gaming. Tonight we're going to carry on with these adventure games. Thank you, Shell. This is, what's it called? Go further down. Volcanic Island. If you want to watch part 1, then please look at that video, like it, subscribe to the channel. And this is chapter 2 we're starting from, not part 2 of the chapters. Yeah, so we're going to do chapter 2. If you don't want to know what happens in this game, then I suggest you turn off now because we are going to spoil a few things. Right, so we ended chapter 1 by hiding in the church, which is here. Stop, Shell. We ended chapter 1 by hiding in the church here from the storm. The storm arriving, we did a bit of searching and we ended up here. So we saved it and we just got everything out of the box. Start again. So when you want to continue the game, read on. So it then tells us to put cards 13, 84, M1, A1, T1 and location card D, which was here, as well as any unused money tokens in the box. So I've already done all that. Put T2 back into the stack of T cards. That's okay, so we've got the visitors cards for the adventure. Because it says the passage of time is not tracked in chapter 2. So it's tracked the last time. So put all tokens currently on location cards in the supply, plus location card H face down below location card C. And then it says, when did you find shelter during the storm? And it's in the church, so now I have to turn to 527. So we're all ready to set off. So that's 527 in the book. It is quite comfortable in the small church thanks to the cushions on the benches. But in the middle of the night you were torn from your slumber several times. First there was a loud bang and a crashing noise behind the main entry. Later the church trembled for several seconds and it roared as if a steam locomotive was passing by. Now the sun is shining through the windows. Put location card B and B2 in the box. Okay, we're in B.
We're in B.
I don't remember having B2.
Oh, B2's the B2's the house.
Press location card E face down above location card A. Let's just move us out of the way so we don't know where we're going now. No, face down. So place B1 face up to the left of location card E. Place your characters on it.
Oh, did you say left?
I mean, I don't know if we need this anymore. It didn't tell us to do anything. We need to.
No.
Pretty much where we found it. Yeah, need to has not been mentioned. Yeah. Take M2 and read it. The rulebook as a marker for this. Keep going back. So, chapter 2. The storm has caused considerable damage. Help the locals and collect more clues. In doing so, think about who you are talking to about your discoveries. Cryptic, but there we go. And then it says, let's read 438 then. The heavy scent of candle wax and dampness hangs in the church. The sun shines through the windows and illuminates the entryway of the church. 751. In the island footprints. 752. Bloody footprints. And on the right it's a priest. 753. It says, note, you may currently only examine locations on B1.
Before you said that were a priest, I was looking at it thinking it was a boxing glove.
It's a monk.
I know.
I can't remember who was supposed to start first, but you were always first, so you can go first.
Okay.
So, so we've got the church door, bloody footprints of the monk.
Church door.
Church door. 751. Father Silvio clears his throat. Unfortunately, the storm threw a huge branch right in front of the door. Can you help me remove it? In the meantime, I can only let you out through the side exit. You can now go to location card E at any time. When you do this for the first time, read E. So turn E over. No, back outside, but everything looks a bit smashed.
A lot smashed.
I'll come and talk to this guy. I'm guessing it's Father Silvio shouted at you.
Yeah.
Welcome to our church. It is miraculous that you survived the storm unscathed, said Father Silvio, greeting you and leaning on a crutch. Following your gaze, he says, just some carelessness on my part during the storm. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Yeah, so that's the end of a round. So it's up to you now. It's back to you. Go to E if you want. Or look at the footprint.
I'll go to E.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll stand there until you tell me what everything is.
Yeah, we're going to put some things on. Right, so E. Place the following tokens on these 3 spaces on E. The branch on the right, below 173. The branch bends on one side, guy with beard or a branch. Below 173. Manuel above 175.
What is he like?
Guy with braces on. Putty shirt.
Cassius. Braces.
Above 175. Something's coming down there.
Oh, braces, yeah. You said braces, I'm thinking teeth.
And Teresa above 176.
Is that Teresa?
Her arms folded. The storm hit the lower village hard. A mudslide destroyed Gonzalez's house, 172, and a large branch blocks the church entrance, 173. In the square under the tree, 174, a man, 175, is talking excitedly with a policewoman, 176. On the left, the hiking trail leads down to the gorge entrance, 171. So where are you going?
I'll go see the guy. 175.
A man with a cigarette in his mouth and countless cigarette butts at his feet talks excitedly to the policewoman. Why won't you believe me, Teresa? Something must have happened to him. Do something. The policewoman replies, Easy, Manuel. I'm already doing what I can, but combing the area takes time. Then call for reinforcements. You must move heaven and earth. Manuel, she breathes deeply. How many times must I tell you? The only road here is buried in mudslides. We're on our own now, so pull yourself together. Manuel doesn't like the answer, but before he responds, he sees you. Hey, please help us. My son Jose has disappeared since the storm. He's not with Cabrita at the gorge. Something must have happened to him. Take 33. If you don't already have it.
Find Jose and bring him back to the village. Put this card next to M2. If you want to ask someone about Jose, combine 33 with the corresponding location where the person you want to talk to is located.
Okay. Well, that was Jose, but
yeah.
Who's gone missing? Plus location card F face down above location card E. It is not already available. From now on, you can go to the upper village anytime you want. If you are doing this for the first time, read F. Or if it is not, okay. So we can go up to F whenever we want. Yeah. I read that bit wrong. I think I said it is not already available. But I missed if. Let's say if it's not already available. Alright, so that's him. I might as well finish off in church. So I'll come back and look at the footprints. Alright.
Yep.
You take a closer look at the tracks. This isn't just dirt. Someone was bleeding from his left foot. And not just a little. Under a pew, you also find a sandal. It's completely unsuitable for hiking, but it can be used as a fly swatter. Take 29 if you don't already have it. That's got to be it, surely. Monks wear sandals. He's hurt his foot.
29.
Yeah.
Got a sandal.
I've got a sandal. It says it's a clue. I'm tempted to go back
Just
and talk.
bleeding from their foot.
I'm tempted to go back and talk to him. For short term.
Talk to who?
The monk. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the crook.
Yeah. I'll go talk to the police woman then. 76.
Remember, if you want to
Yeah.
ask her about what
Well, she's already annoyed, so I'll not ask her.
this is a long minute. The storm has affected us all. Or the storm has affected all of us. The only access road was buried, and the worst thing is that Manuel's little son Jose has disappeared. We're all worried, but Manuel is starting to make me angry. Please support us in our search. We can use all the help we can get. Manuel speaks up. Teresa, this is your first reasonable proposal today. With difficulty, she holds herself back. Believe it or not, I'm worried about Jose too. Then she says to you, well, he's not at the entrance to the gorge, and he wouldn't dare to go into the gorge by himself. He's probably somewhere in the village or up in the mountains. If you find him, please bring him directly to Manuel. As she talks, she walks a few steps away from him, with her back to him. She says quietly to you, Abreu sent you, right? Take good care of who you tell. Smugglers probably have helpers here. Manuel calls from behind. Hey, Jose won't find himself. Annoyed, she snaps back at him. Let me do my job and you take care of yours. Turning to you, she speaks more quietly again. So that's everything. If you have any questions about anything, or if you notice anything unusual, feel free to contact me. She goes back to Manuel, who is pacing in circles through his cigarette butts. Take 33 if you don't already have it, as well as 38. It says put them both next to M2 and read them. So, this is a task. Clues for Teresa. Let Teresa know if you find something unusual. But this can't explain too. If you want to ask Teresa about a clue you have found, combine 38 with the appropriate adventure card, and then read the corresponding entry. I got an empty cigarette package.
Oh, yeah. Where did you find that?
Sorry.
Yeah. A cave, one's at bottom of cave. Yeah. 3 or 4.
Place location card F face down above it if it's not already there. From now you can go to F whenever you want.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm gonna come here and ask him about the sample.
You put the sample first, don't you?
Yeah, so I think so this is
29753.
Yeah. Okay. That's not a number. So that must mean I can't do that. Combining. Yeah. Continue to the next place to you have to wait for our next turn to take over action. So into 29, 753.
Okay.
So weird. Yeah. Maybe I'll go ask her.
Yeah, I'll come to
The branch, yeah.
branch. Is it 2 at
No,
174?
that's 173. The trees 174. Strange. The clock must be wrong. It shows 5 to 3, but it's early in the morning. Because of the storm, the sign next to the church entrance is dark, and a huge branch has fallen in front of the church. It now blocks the entrance. Can't get rid of this obstacle without tools. Maybe there's a side entrance. In fact, as you walk around the building, you're standing in front of a small door. Do you want to knock, or do you want to enter secretly?
It's a church, isn't it? You're in church.
You've got 2 options.
I'll sneak in. Sneaks in.
It might have been if you were in the cave and then come up.
Yeah.
You slip quietly into a corridor that leads to 2 doors. The first one is locked. There's a piece of paper on it with notes for a sermon. Behind the other, you hear irregular steps and a voice. What a storm! As if he wanted to punish us for our deeds. Hopefully the goods have arrived at last. Then you hear a thud followed by a cry of pain. Damned carpet. Yeah, I get the hint. As they should also be found in one piece, and the branch must also somehow be moved away from the church entryway. This seems like a good time to slip away. Of course, you could also knock on the outside door later. Yeah, I don't know if that's any relevance. Like I say, we're in the church. Yeah. Well, I'll come and ask her about the sandal then, shall I? And then I might ask her about the cigarettes. If... Where's it? 2917. Yeah. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'll go to G then.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Hang on, did it say that one? So? If you want to ask Crazy about a clue, you will find combine 38. The was it wrong? Combine 38 with the appropriate.
Alright.
2938. So try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2938. That's Silvio's sandal. When Teresa hears where you found it, she says, he claimed he lost it in the storm yesterday. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy. Father Silvio.
Right about.
Where you going?
To G. 174.
Lightning has struck a large branch and it has fallen down. Fortunately, it rained so heavily that the fire ignited from the strike could not spread. However, there is no trace of the parrots that were perched comfortably in the treetop yesterday. Yeah, so 2438.
I think you got that one now when I stood at branch. I think that one was the branch. And that one's the church.
That's it. Oh, yeah. And a large branch blocks the church entrance. So they're in a branch. Just telling. So
I've done 173.
2438. 4-digit bits, not very big. There we go. This is Manuel's favourite brand, she says, inspecting the package. In the gorge by the fig tree. Yeah, what's it down there? It's not a cigarette. That's where you found this. He's often there with his goats, but also many tourists smoke these things. Still.
So where am I been?
We have it to 171, but that's it. That's the road to the gorge. Yes, the gorge entrance. So you can either go down.
172. Does that take me up?
No, that's the. You can just move up to it if you want. 172 is the what's left of the house.
I might find something. I'll go to 172.
Yesterday, Gonzalez's house stood here. Today, it is only a ruin. A mudslide tore everything down to its foundations, including the cable car. You can now see a secret passage leading to the rest of the building. Loose electrical cables and broken pipes protrude from the rubble. You find something while you are looking around. Take 41.
Found 2 pulley wheels.
Okay. And then it says if you have 51 with nacho on it, go to 158. Right. So I think one of us needs to go back down to the gorge, find out what was down there, and the other one go up to F. Which way?
Yeah.
I'll go to 171 and see what happens. This is where the footpath to the gorge entrance begins. Place location card A face up below the location card E. Oh, we already have that. If it is not already available. This also applies if A is in the box. Place 27 face down to the right. Location card A. When you go to location card A for the first time after the storm, take 27, place it face up next to M2 and read it aloud. Alright. That's where we started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going up to F then?
Yeah, I'm going up to F.
Flip it over and I'll read F. Well, that looks a bit nicer. The upper village spans the hillside. The path down the slope, 501, leads to the lower village. Closest to you, there is a colourful house with a garden, 502. Behind that, a simple house with an animal paddock, 503. Stone building on the upper right side of the hill is a large deck, 504. Farther away, there is a wooden house with a high fence, 505. On the left, a path leads up into the mountains, 506.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
502.
Another little bit of
Pretty
a
house, yeah. It looks nice. Just walking along.
Still relevant.
Yeah.
The house looks like it fell into a paint pot. The little sign also stands out. Naturopathic treatment. From the porch you hear a friendly voice. Come closer. You can't believe your eyes. It's Francisca. Don't look so surprised. I learned a respectable trade as well. With the right knowledge and the right herbs you can go a long way. Besides, the tourists are really into it, she smiles. But today I took the day off. Except for you, there are no visitors now. So how about a cup of tea? Without waiting for an answer, she goes into the house. Take a look around. Outside in the garden, it is also very colourful. Passion flowers grow everywhere, in dozens of colours and shapes. In between them are herbs and several small flags. A single wind turbine did not survive the storm. You pick it up and look at it thoughtfully as Francisca steps next to you and gives you the tea. She looks at the volcano. We were really lucky. Only Gonzalez's house got hit, and she wasn't home. Will it stay that way? Then she sees the wind turbine in your hands. Keep it as a souvenir. This time it's on me. Take 45.
Don't really want a broken wind turbine. 45.
I don't know how you're carrying all this stuff.
I don't. Well, I didn't know. Oops. Oh, yes. I didn't know if two-wheel pulley would help with a ranch.
We need some rope
Yeah,
as well.
said.
We had some rope at one point.
Yeah, we did. We put it with the
climb up.
climb.
Right, so I'm going back down. Let's turn this over and read it. Storm damage. At last, the storm has subsided. There are broken branches, leaves, and rocks everywhere. If this card is on display, the following applies. Add 40 to each location number on location cards A and C. This applies for exploring as well as when you combine something with a location on A or C. A bit too cold on him. I'm guessing that means. So that'll be 241, I'm guessing. So just go round here and see what's there.
Yeah.
241. The information board survived the storm unscathed. Place location card C face down to the left of location card A if it is not already available. Even if it's in the box. From now on, you can go into the canyon anytime you want.
You're not supposed to just set up.
Well, I didn't. It just what it told me to do in the box.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird. You're supposed to just start with E.
Yeah, the one you're on. It
Yeah.
say it like that, though. So take a picture and then
Yeah. Oh, I did.
set up. Yeah. Anyway, come on, here we go now.
Oh, well, I'm just going to make my way. Look, to the house with the farm.
We didn't say put a picture on, did it?
No.
503.
Yeah.
And read them. So, this is a task. Clues for Teresa. Let Teresa know if you find something unusual. This card experiment 2. If you want to ask Teresa about a clue you have found, combine 38 with the appropriate adventure card and then read the corresponding entry. Ah, I got an empty cigarette package, remember?
Oh, yeah. Where did you find that?
Sorry.
Yeah. A cave ones. It bottom of cave. Yeah. 304.
Place location card F face down above it if it's not already there. From now you can go to F whenever you want. So,
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to come here and ask him about the sample.
You put the sample first, don't you?
Yeah, so I think so this is so 29.
29753.
Yeah. Okay. That's not a number. So that must mean I can't do that. Combining. Yeah. Continue to the next player's turn. You'll have to wait for our next turn to take over action. So into 29, 7, 5.
Okay.
So
Weird.
yeah. Maybe I'll go ask her.
Yeah, I'll come to
The branch. Yeah.
the branch. Is it two,
No, that's
174?
that's 173. The trees 174. Strange. The clock must be wrong. It shows 5 to 3, but it's early in the morning. Because of the storm, the sign next to the church entrance is dark, and a huge branch has fallen in front of the church. It now blocks the entrance. Can't get rid of this obstacle without tools. Maybe there's a side entrance. In fact, as you walk around the building, you're standing in front of a small door. Do you want to knock, or do you want to enter secretly?
It's a church, isn't it? You're in church.
You've got 2 options.
I'll sneak in. Sneaks in.
It might have been if you were in the cave and then come up.
Yeah.
You slip quietly into a corridor that leads to 2 doors. The first one is locked. There's a piece of paper on it with notes for a sermon. Behind the other, you hear irregular steps and a voice. What a storm! As if he wanted to punish us for our deeds. Hopefully the goods have arrived at last. Then you hear a thud, followed by a cry of pain. Damned carpet. Yeah, I get the hint. Those they should also be found in one piece, and the branch must also somehow be moved away from the church entryway. This seems like a good time to slip away. Of course, you could also knock on the outside door later. Yeah, I don't know if that's any relevance, but say we're in the church. Yeah. Well, I'll come and ask her about the sandal then, shall I? And then I might ask her about the cigarettes. If... Where's it? 2917. Yeah. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'll go to tree then.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Hang on, did it say that? Also? If you want to ask Crazy about a clue, you will find combine 38. The was it wrong? Combine 38 with the appropriate. 2938. We'll try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2938. That's Silvio's sandal. When Teresa hears where you found it, she says, he claimed he lost it in the storm yesterday. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy.
Who?
Father Silvio.
Lied about sandal.
Yeah. Where you going?
To tree. 174.
Lightning has struck a large branch and it has fallen down. Fortunately, it rained so heavily that the fire ignited from the strike could not spread. However, there is no trace of the parrots that were perched comfortably in the treetop yesterday. Yeah, so 2438.
I think you got that one now when I stood at branch. I think that one was the branch. And that one's the church.
That's it. Oh yeah, and a large branch blocks the church entrance. So they're in a branch. Just telling. So
I've done 173.
2438. 4-digit bits, not very big. There we go. This is Manuel's favourite brand, she says, inspecting the package. In the gorge by the fig tree. Yeah, put it down there. Start with a cigarette. That's where you found this. He's often there with his goats, but also many tourists smoke these things. Still.
So where am I been?
We have it to 171, but that's it. That's the road to the gorge. Yes, the gorge entrance. So you can either go down.
172. Does that take me up?
No, that's the. You can just move up to F if you want. 172 is the what's left of the house.
I might find something. I'll go to 172.
Yesterday, Gonzalez's house stood here. Today, it is only a ruin. A mudslide tore everything down to its foundations, including the cable car. You can now see a secret passage leading to the rest of the building. Loose electrical cables and broken pipes protrude from the rubble. You find something while you are looking around. Take 41.
Found 2 pulley wheels.
And then it says if you have 51 with nacho on it, go to 158. Right. So I think one of us needs to go back down to the gorge, find out what was down there. And the other one go up to F. Which way?
No.
I'll go to 171 and see what happens. This is where the footpath to the gorge entrance begins. Place location card A face up below the location card E. Oh, we already have that. If it is not already available. This also applies if A is in the box. Place 27 face down to the right, location card A. When you go to location card A for the first time after the storm, take 27, place it face up next to M2 and read it aloud. Alright. That's where we started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going up to F then?
Yeah, I'm going up to F.
Flip it over and I'll read F. Well, that looks a bit nicer. The upper village spans the hillside. The path down the slope, 501, leads to the lower village. Closest to you, there is a colourful house with a garden, 502. Behind that, a simple house with an animal paddock, 503. Stone building on the upper right side of the hill is a large deck, 504. Farther away, there is a wooden house with a high fence, 505. On the left, a path leads up into the mountains, 506.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
502.
Another little bit of
Pretty
a
house, yeah. It looks nice. Just walking along.
Stone element.
Yeah.
The house looks like it fell into a paint pot. The little sign also stands out. Naturopathic treatment. From the porch, you hear a friendly voice. Come closer. You can't believe your eyes. It's Francisca. Don't look so surprised. I learned a respectable trade as well. With the right knowledge and the right herbs, you can go a long way. Besides, the tourists are really into it, she smiles. But today I took the day off. Except for you, there are no visitors now. So how about a cup of tea? Without waiting for an answer, she goes into the house. Take a look around. Outside in the garden, it is also very colourful. Passion flowers grow everywhere, in dozens of colours and shapes. In between them are herbs and several small flags. A single wind turbine did not survive the storm. You pick it up and look at it thoughtfully as Francisca steps next to you and gives you the tea. She looks at the volcano. We were really lucky. Only Gonzalez's house got hit, and she wasn't home. Will it stay that way? Then she sees the wind turbine in your hands. Keep it as a souvenir. This time it's on me. Take 45.
Don't really want a broken wind turbine. 45.
I don't know how you're carrying all this stuff.
I don't. Well, I didn't know. Oops. Oh, yes. I didn't know if 2-wheel pulley would help with a branch.
We need some rope
Yeah,
as well.
said.
We had some rope at one point.
Yeah, we did. We put it with the
climb up.
climb.
Right, so I'm going back down. Let's turn this over. Storm damage. At last, the storm has subsided. There are broken branches, leaves, and rocks everywhere. If this card is on display, the following applies. Add 40 to each location number on location cards A and C. This applies for exploring as well as when you combine something with a location on A or C. 241. I'm guessing that means. So that'll be 241. I'm guessing. So just go round here and see what's there.
Yeah.
241. The information board survived the storm unscathed. Place location card C face down to the left of location card A if it's not already available. Even if it's in the box. From now on, you can go into the canyon anytime you want.
I guess you're not supposed to just set up.
Well, I didn't. It just put it totally still in the box.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird. You're supposed to just start with E.
Yeah, the one you're on.
Yeah.
Say it like that, though. No. So take a picture and then
Yeah. Oh, I did.
set up. Yeah. Anyway, come on, here you go now.
Oh, well, I'm just going to make my way up to the house with the farm.
It said put a picture on, didn't it?
No.
503.
Yeah.
So 425. In your mind, you go through yesterday's scene again. Next to the cigarette butts are footprints of men's shoes. The owner's not too heavy. You stand in the same position as the footprints. From here, you can see right up to the cave. Then you look at the drawing. The drawing was probably made by a woman. The paint is water resistant and older than the stumps. This is from two different people. An X token on 304. I don't understand that.
Well, now I might as well do 40. Whatever that is.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm stored.
Yeah,
What you said?
no worries. So that's your turn.
Oh.
Good turn. In the meantime, the floodwaters have receded after the storm. Okay, where are you going next?
I'll come down to 605.
Statue.
Yeah.
It's a quaint custom, these stack stones that look like small people. The tourists make these stacks all over the place, and then they decorate them with various objects such as ribbons, fabric, and what do we have here? An infusion tube. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Take 36.
I'm getting a bit sweaty. I've carried loads of stuff. I'm carrying loads, look. Infusion.
I don't know what we're doing with it, though. I'll come over here. If this path's changed any. No, you better not dig in there anymore. I'll be right on there.
I'll go to house, yeah.
603. Your inner voice purrs softly in your ear. Beautiful rustic vacation home in remote natural setting with unobstructed panoramic views and private beach entrance. Live where others vacation. Running water and electricity included. Then Grimaldo's voice takes you from your daydream. This is my hut. Don't you touch anything, especially not the battery. It's not working right, but it's better than nothing. Yes, really, there is a car battery. Eagerly, you look at Grimaldo. Say, could we? Hands off. Nothing works without electricity.
Nice, is it?
No, I'm going to see if I can go to the cave. When you try to climb the rope, you hear a noise. Above the cave, a part of the slope starts to slide. Just in time, you jump out of the way and avoid a rockfall. That buries the cave. What a bummer. Then for a short moment, you think you see a figure above the canyon. Frustrated, you shout up, "Hey, are you trying to kill us?" Then you realise the rope hasn't been buried and you take it.
Oh, yes.
Take 10 out of the box.
So we need to put 10 in the pulley,
The branch.
branch.
So we need to get back together at some point.
Yeah.
So I've got the rope back.
It's me.
Alright, take 10 out of the box if you're in chapter 2 and you don't already have it. Place an X token on 301 and A2 in the box. So we're supposed to have A2 out, so I think we were right with the other stuff. Right, so that's up to the volcano, that's back down the mountain. then you've got the stream and the
We're going to have a look at the stream first, and then I'll look at sea, and then volcano.
6. The stream is running high from yesterday's storm. You stick your hand in and snap it back because it's freezing cold. So I'll go to 3 or 5. You look down into the lower part of the canyon. There were several rock and mud avalanches. Even the unique rock arch is destroyed. Reveal location card H if it is not already on display.
There's absolutely nothing there.
I don't know if I'm imagining it, but there seems to be a few triangles. Can I read H?
Yeah, you do, don't you? As soon as you.
No. I don't know if I'm supposed to read it, but I just looked to see if there was some writing. And it says, there is no getting through here, neither to the sea nor into the gorge. The storm has shifted several heavy boulders and caused mudslides. That's it.
Okay.
So,
I'll go down to sea then.
it's like I'm coming back up. I need to anyway, so we're not saying location card I can take. Or I can give it. I'll take it off you because
Yeah.
you're
I've got
carrying
6
it.
or 6. As well.
The path is extremely steep and leads down thousands of steps, so you occasionally have to climb down backwards using your arms and legs. You arrive at the bottom of the stairs, drenched in sweat. From the beach, you can see that the neighbouring bay with a jetty is not far from here. You can swim over there through the calm water. If B3 is already on display, your turn ends. Otherwise, continue reading. If you want to swim, go here. Otherwise, return to G. Do you want to swim?
Yeah, let's have a swim. We all miss stuff in your bag.
I'd leave them where you are. You're probably going to come back.
Yeah.
You swim fast to the beach where the jetty is. Place B3 face up to the left of location card H. Place your character on B3. Around the jetty, 451, the sea is crystal clear and smooth all the way out to the horizon, 452. The beach is littered with flotsam, 453. Since the storm, a huge pile of rubble has blocked the exit of the canyon. Currently, no one can pass through the gorge on this path. Cover location card H. If you're in chapter 2 and there is an OK token on B3, go to 513. So basically, that links back to there, but
Yeah, but not now.
not. So you had your turn, didn't you?
Yeah.
There. So I'm going to have to come back up. Have I got up to Asgard now?
Yeah, not really. Do you want to go to the volcano then?
So I'll keep going up then, shall I?
Yeah. 6 or 6.
The hiking trail towards the volcano is blocked by a rockfall behind the plateau. Be careful, please, that's dangerous, the hermit calls after you. Don't worry, I can handle it. The wind blows and a well-known smell wafts into your nose. It brings back a strange memory. And then depending on who you are, it depends where you go. It seems to be me all the time. It's late at night, with incense sticks in your hand. You approach a man sitting by the fireplace, with his back to you. As you walk, you coat the sticks with a paste and light them. Then you stand behind him. Sato, have you got a minute? He turns around. Sure, Professor, what's up? Wait, that's me. How is that possible? No, don't breathe that in. But already you've inhaled the smoke. Maybe you should think about your hobbies. Then the scene changes. It's high noon. You see your notebook fall into a blazing barbecue pit. You reach for it in a flash and fish it out of the fire. Next to you, you hear Kateza, crying out in disbelief. Sato, that must burn like mad. Let me take a look. Huh? I know those nimble fingers of yours have always come in handy as a forensic scientist. But are you fireproof too now? Place an X token on 606. I have no idea what we're doing at the minute.
I might as well look
You know
down
when it says
there.
on 606, it means on it, so you know you can't go there.
Well, I want what you used to, didn't we?
Where are you going?
Out to beach. You can come to me if you want and check some of them.
I don't know if I'll go swim. Let's go back there. The storm has washed up some flotsam. What people don't throw away. Half of a cat litter box, shipping boxes, a strange tennis ball, even a bicycle dynamo generator thingy. Take 42 and 48.
Two. This is Winston.
Winston. From like Wilson,
Bicycle. Yeah.
I think he might be
Dynamo.
the
Yeah, we're
blind
gonna give that.
dynamo.
Yeah, we're gonna give that to him. Oh, 602.
What about combining it with the winter again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Combine them.
Yeah,
See
and then
who wants
see
it.
what that brings.
Yeah. Didn't you have to? I'm going to try 6 or 7. I'm sure you like to swim.
I think you just go straight there.
I can. Go to location. Oh, to swim. No, you. I won't say. Hey, before you go to the upper village, the policewoman Teresa said that she and Jose's father, Manuel, are still looking for his son Jose. They are all very worried, if you ask me. He's probably hiding somewhere. Place location card F. Face down to the right of location card G. This must be if you start there. Oh, if it is not already there. Take 33 if you don't already have it. Okay. I'll put it next to M2. That's just supposed to be. Where are you in next?
451.
Tourist boats from Puerto Montes, port city in the east, usually moor here. They save tide hikers the strenuous trip back uphill through the gorge. Apart from a few burned books, nothing unusual can be found on the jetty. I don't think I'll bother. I'll just wait for you to come back up. So you're going to 452?
Yeah.
The sun shimmers idyllically on the sea. Squinting your eyes, you scan the surface of the water. There's a ship far out, but without binoculars it's hard to make out more than that. So I'll wait there. And then
I'll come to 6.
you go to 602, but then
I want to
combine them.
combine them. Is it the lower number first? So 425, 45. 4245.
MacGyver could probably build a rocket engine with these two things, some chewing gum and some string. But your mini power plant isn't bad either. Now it only has to be driven by wind, water, or something else. 42 and 45 in the box. Take 46.
Yay. Mini power plant.
So then if you pass me that, on my turn I'll try combining them. Okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'll stay there for now. So 1041. The Boy Scouts or Junior Woodchucks or whatever would be proud of your improvised pulley. This allows heavy loads to be moved. Where do we put this now? Put 10 and 41 in the box, take 44. Okay. Now we've got an improvised pulley. Right. So are you combining that with him?
Yeah.
46, 602. Might be the house, but we'll see. No. That's me. I'm going to come here and try 44, 173.
174 into the branch.
174 is the tree. No, I must first attach the pulley to something stable. It's a tree. So you've been there.
Yeah.
Alright.
46.
603.
Are you doing this right?
It said wind, water, or something else. So what about?
Yeah, I'll go there next then.
I'll come here. Try 44174. You attach the pulley to the tree and branch and then pull. Damn, that's heavy. After a while, you have pulled the branch away from the church entryway. Father Silvio is beside himself with joy. Praise be to heaven. Thank you so much for your help, he says. Please wait. I'll be right back. Shortly after, he comes back with a broad smile on his face and hands you a bottle of red wine. 44 in the box. Take 37.
You look down and still got no shoe. Is that it?
Yeah, but remember, because I read that note, if we mix that with the volcano berries,
Yeah, volcano berry and alcohol knock someone out.
yeah, so that's worth doing. Probably not Silvio. Place the branch token in the supply. And go to 118. Finally, the church entrance is open. Inside, Father Silvio is working. When he sees you, he smiles. Thank you again. He hesitates briefly and then says, May I ask another favour? Ribaldo lives up in the mountains. He's a little peculiar, but harmless. Would you please bring this to him? He gives you a small parcel. Very good, and now excuse me, I have an urgent visit to make. With that, he turns away. Take 34. I've got a package for Grimaldo. And then it says set X tokens on 173 and 753 if B1 is on display. So that's it, I can't go and knock him out because I can't get to him.
That's on with the
So you're
601
going
with
601.
me 46.
Again, the third place we're trying it. You install your mini power plant between two stones in the water while Grimaldo watches you suspiciously. What is that going to be when it's finished? Your own power plant, so your lights will stay lit without flickering. Wow, I can't believe it. Will you look at that? You managed to connect one of the electrical cords from the lights to the dynamo. Grimaldo comes closer and looks surprised at the glowing light bulbs. It really works, thank you. He offers you the car battery. It's all yours. Now I need a bite to eat in the meantime to cope with the stress. 46 in the box. Take 52.
52. That's for this car.
At some point.
Yeah, well, we can't use it, can we yet? It's got a cross on it.
Yeah.
Well, at least I've done one thing.
I was tempted to show Miss Winston to him, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave on that later. Am I just going to come up and give him this package?
Yeah.
Because then you want to come back down and talk to her, don't you?
Yeah.
So 34, 602. Grimaldo accepts the package with joy. Great, I'm glad. This is very good. Flour, eggs, milk. That's about all you need to make sweet bread. He unwraps the parcel and bites into its contents with a look of enjoyment. I don't like everything that the priest does, especially the thing regarding Gonzales, but generally Silvio is a good guy. Try this. He gives you a piece of sweet bread. Put 34 in the box, take 43. Think we need something to eat for
The bird or
the
something.
bird?
43.
Yeah.
That's it. 43.
I'm sure we needed it for somebody. Then
He liked something sweet, didn't he? But we
Yeah, but we
gave
did
him
it.
yeah, and it was bird.
Then he thinks of something and says, You asked me about Jose. I just remembered something. I saw him yesterday during the storm. He was running down the hill like a crazy person after Nacho, and a parrot was flying after him. What's the matter? You grab Grimaldo by the shoulders and shake him. Have you known this all along? Finally, I have a clue about Jose's location. That's what's going on. They have the two smaller figures. No, but we know where they are. I said the two smaller figures didn't matter, but we know where they are now. So, calling out Jose, You set off for the spot where the trail is interrupted by the rockfall. First you hear a call, man overboard, then a howl. Following the noises, you discover Jose motionless on the steep slope. Next to him huddles a small dog, and above it a blue parrot is flopping around. When you get to Jose, you are relieved to find that he is alive and only unconscious. However, he has bruises everywhere and a deep gash in his leg from which he is bleeding. Jesus, Jose, what happened? Just out of curiosity, did you get the coconut from the dungeon? If so, you might be able to help Jose on the spot by combining the number of the corresponding adventure card with a suitable item, and then the result with 33. I don't remember being in a dungeon. I might get a coconut. That could help me.
Confusion. No. Sweet bread.
377. With Jose slung over your shoulder, you arrive at the village square. As soon as Manuel sees you, he rushes towards you and shouts, Jose, what's the matter with you? Somebody help him. Francisca. She comes running and examines the boy immediately. Her expression gets serious. Jose has lost a lot of blood. I could do some kind of emergency treatment to stabilize Jose. That should do until the road's clear and we can get him to a hospital. I need your help though. She looks at you in turn. Teresa says, do you really think you can do that? It's harder than curing a cold. Father Silvio interjects sternly. As spiritual leader of the village, I forbid you from performing pagan rituals on this boy. Manuel hisses at him. Oh, shut up, Silvio. Come on, Francisca, do what you can. Place all characters on location card F. You gather in Francisca's house in a small room with colourful cushions and a blue cupboard. Francisca opens it and takes out several jars of dried herbs. Teresa whispers at the sight of them. We'll talk about this later, Francisca replied calmly. Teresa, could you please escort Manuel outside? No, Manuel, I'm sorry, but you bring back Carmen. You can't concentrate like this. She turns to you and says, put Jose on the cushions and sit with him. Very well. She lights several candles, sprinkles herbs into the flames, and hands you 1 cup each with hot liquid in it. Drink this. It helps with the treatment. Why do I feel this has nothing to do with scientific medicine? Oh, the herbs do have a medical effect. You relax, and the tea provides for the right mood. Suddenly you hear loud voices outside, then a shot rings out. Hey, concentrate, Jose needs us, cries Francisca. Right, do you want to stay and help Francisca with Jose, or would you like to go outside and see what happened?
We'll help the boy.
Yeah, I think we should stay and help him.
Whatever they're doing outside, they can carry on doing.
Yeah, we'll see it later.
Yeah, we'll tidy up later.
Francisca looked at you. This is the ritual of the natives of this island, refined with my special herbal blend. Imagine us helping Jose with our positive energy. Have you ever done this before? Sure, a dozen times, with tourists, but only for the show. Very reassuring. Do you have a better idea? No? Then focus on my voice. The scent of the herbs, the tea, Francisca's soft whisper, all this puts you in a twilight state. Suddenly it rumbles enormously, and you, the furniture, the house, yes, the whole earth trembles. Then you hear Francisca's voice over the chaos. Something's going wrong, he's getting weaker. One of you says quietly, step outside. I think I can give him something else to help him. This will make you black out. Now decide which of you will help Jose, then 565. I think it should be you.
What, I'll stay there.
Yeah. No, it just says decide which of you will help Jose.
Yeah, I'll help Jose.
Yeah. So 565. This concludes chapter 2. Here's what to do next. Right, so points are rewarded for the following adventure cards in your possession. I'll write this down. So there we go, the exciting bit. We found Jose, but he's nearly dead, and we don't know what's going to happen next. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 1 point each for 36.
36, yeah.
47.
Yeah.
48.
Yeah.
And 50.
I ain't got 50.
2 points each for 30. 35. 52.
Yeah.
2 points for you.
Yeah.
And 55. If there is an X token on B3, you get 1 point. B4 is out on display, you get 2 points.
Nope.
If there is an OK token on 33, tell us. An OK token on it. You get 3 points. If you have 28, subtract 1 point. And it says you can pause or save the game here. If you save, make a note of this entry number so that you know where to start next time. So just do that for now. So 565. We'll decide what we're doing next.
5 points. Rubbish.
That's like, should
But
be
we
something
went-
on there.
But we
Should be an
went
X there.
everywhere.
I know, but maybe we're supposed to combine something here, but what? I don't know. Well, we got another K there.
The car battery with the thing. I
What
really
thing?
don't know. With the
There's loads-
jetty.
There's a jetty a little bit. Why would you put a car battery with a jetty?
To get the jetty working. I don't know.
I'm guessing you don't
Speedboats.
know what a jetty is.
Speedboats. To get
Oh.
speedboats working.
Okay, no. Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't.
We're supposed to have B4. I don't know, we got that.
What
So-
is P4?
I don't know. So we collected a load of things. We did a bit of stuff. We did find those here, but I don't think we did. Well, I feel like we did rubbish, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to leave it there. Chapter 2. There will be a chapter 3. It just depends when we film it. So thank you for that. If you enjoyed that, tune in for the next chapter. Like and subscribe. We'll see you again.